Hey guys, this is G, your face, and I'm going to be talking about a game between Tyler and IdrA. Tyler is going to be playing as the blue Protoss player at the upper right hand corner, and IdrA is going to be playing as the green Zerg at the lower left hand corner. This is game number 4 between these two players, and the map is going to be Shakuras Plateau, and it is a slightly newer map. If we take a look at the middle of the map, there are 2 Zelda watchtowers, one slightly to the north, one slightly to the south. There's 4 spawning positions at the corner of the map: lower left, lower right, upper left. And this is a pretty nice map, has a lot of cool features. Both players do have a set of destructible rocks next to their main base that opens to a expansion, and that also goes directly to their opponent if their opponent is there. We do see a pylon going down for Tyler at the moment. I don't know how many of you guys have friends who play Starcraft 2. I have a couple, but it's always difficult or awkward to talk about Starcraft 2 to newer people who might not be playing video games or computer games at all, because it reminds me of a situation when I had an interview and I went into a room and they had me fill out some forms by myself, and I was filling out the forms, and then suddenly the drawer of my desk opened. And at that point I asked myself, should I close it or should I leave it open? Because if I close it, and if someone sees me closing it, they'll think I'm trying to steal from the company that I want to work for. And if I don't close it, it'll seem just too obvious, isn't it? So what would you do in that situation? Would you close the drawer or not close the drawer? We do see spawning pool going down at 15, and IdrA has not yet scouted Tyler at the moment. And Tyler does have one gateway as well as one assimilator for his gas, the Overlord going in the other direction, and I think the probe will come in time to scout IdrA. I think this is a very, very good guess by Tyler. He probably guessed it because he does not see an Overlord to his left, and he does not see an Overlord to his south, so that's why he guessed it, that his opponent is really far. And may he be able to block the hatchery? Ooh, he actually does manage to block the hatchery a couple of seconds. He's going to put down a pylon and run away. Very, very fine play by Tyler, and he's going to run around. The spawning pool is about to be complete. Additional pylon is being built inside the base, and we do see an extractor coming up here for IdrA. As the spawning pool has finished, he's making a queen along with some Zerglings, but Tyler will not IdrA have any rest. He won't let those drones work on the pylon. He actually hits him once and forces him to micro a little bit more. Cybernetic's core is about 20-30% complete, and there is one Zealot coming out, and a couple of Zerglings should spawn any seconds, about 3 more seconds. And some of the Zerglings are coming, and he's trying to kill off this drone, and he's not going to be able to. I think he decided to attack it a little bit earlier. He might have had a slightly different situation. Nonetheless, this pylon has delayed the expansion for IdrA quite a bit. A second gas is going up for Tyler. In the previous game, we have seen him go 2 gas and a very, very sentry heavy build. We'll see what he has in mind here. The drone is a little bit quicker than the Zealot, and he should be able to run away no problem. The warp gate is currently being researched while the hatchery is coming in with additional queen. There is 3 drones on that extractor. There are 6 probes. Is it 6 probes? Only 2 probes. Ooh, actually 2 probes, and he's building more probes for the extractor, and does look like he has all 6 now. A couple of Zerglings running across the map as the first sentry is coming out. It's really important to get that sentry early, because the sentry will be able to charge up that force field or that guardian shield. Very, very important that you get it earlier, because it doesn't really matter if you get the stalkers later, because they don't really have energy. Well, they don't have energy. And metabolic boost is currently being researched along with 2 gateways coming down for Tyler. IdrA is going to be moving some of his drones relatively soon, and this one Zealot and sentry is sufficient to deter IdrA from coming inside the base. It looks like 4 gateways now. Or did I count that wrong? 3 gateways. How did I count 4? I have no idea. Green, orange, and yellow makes me count 4 somehow. In any event, the hatchery is about to be complete. There's one queen waiting anxiously to inject, and this sentry does move smartly to the side, and he's going to pick at this Overlord just slightly. I remember the old days of Starcraft 2 beta when sentries used to do a little bit more damage, and sentry Zealot was the way to go against Zerg. Pretty much every single matchup, that is what you would do, because the sentries were able to take care of the Mutalisk, but not so much now. And the sentries actually do continuous damage. It's not like the Stalkers, where the Stalkers have to shoot, whereas it's very similar to the Marauders if you think about it, because Marauders shoot pretty slowly but they do a lot of damage. The sentries actually do a considerable amount of damage pre-patch, and we might see a couple of Zerglings coming in, additional extractors going up inside the base of IdrA at the moment, but IdrA wants to harass and prevent Tyler from taking the second, but I don't think he will be able to do it. There's a lot of sentries with 1 Zealot, and IdrA is going to have 1 Spine Crawler, it looks like, and he's also getting, let's see, a Roach Warren, and he has 2 gas only at the moment, whereas the Protoss player also has 2 gas. If we took a look at the army count, 50 to 47, very, very close. Both players still working on their economy. We see a lot of Zerglings, about 5 or 6 more drones than probes for IdrA, and Tyler is very, very happy with his army because this army has allowed him to expand and prevent harassment from those Zerglings, because they could always throw down a force field right next to them and separate them from these Zerglings. A Stalker as well as a Zealot is being warped in, but this is a very, very sentry heavy army, and we do see those 7 sentries are building up a lot of energy. If we take a look at the income tab right now, both players about the same. IdrA slightly ahead in terms of minerals, and gas is about the same. IdrA has taken his 3rd and his 4th, and he's about to put in some drones into that, so he should have double the gas very, very soon. And it looks like Tyler is gonna skip his 3rd and 4th, and it looks like he does have 3 gateways at the moment. I don't think that's gonna be enough to do a push, as he is gonna be making more gateways, and we do see 5 gateways being powered by 2 pylons. This might not be the best idea, but he knows best. We do see the Glial Constitution and upgrade for the roaches is being researched, and the creep is being spread by IdrA, and he's also taking the upper left hand corner, a 3rd hatchery going up, so he's trying to take his half of the map. He's also spreading creep on this position, and he's also sending in Overlord that is upgraded with the speed to check out if his opponent Tyler has expanded, but he has not. And at the same time, IdrA is putting down that Spire in his base, and he's also getting additional roaches. These 4 Zerglings are here so that he can let himself know whether or not his opponent is going to be pushing out. And ooh, the Overlord coming in here. I think the Overlord did spot those gateways. He flew right through from the left side of the base. The Stalkers were not able to catch up with it. If we take a look at the army size, 82 to 83, very, very close. Both 92 is capped, and we see a lot of units for Tyler because IdrA does have a couple of more drones, so he doesn't actually have a strong army as Tyler at the moment. He is making a lot more roaches to compensate for it. These Zerglings running to the side, 1 on top, 1 on the bottom, to try to get exact size knowledge of Tyler's army, and he will see everything that is coming. There's also 1 pro probably putting down a proxy pylon. A couple of Zerglings and roaches are coming. 0-0 upgrade for the roaches, 0-0 upgrades for the Zergling, and 0-0 upgrade for the Protoss player. A pylon is going down in the back. We may see a huge engagement here. The roaches are coming. Zerglings are trying to go in, but he decides not to because he sees a lot of sentries, and ooh, very, very good force fields. Does cut off 3 roaches. We'll be able to take those down. If we take a look at the units lost tab, he has just killed all 3 units, lost no units himself, and he will be able to take down 1 more roach. Very, very nice control there, and very, very good control for the force fields. A couple of more Zerglings and a couple of Stalkers are being warped, and those sentries are putting down very, very good force fields. And once again, we'll be able to cut 2 more roaches down. We take a look at the units lost tab. A huge advantage for Tyler as he's able to micro this battle very, very well. A couple of more force field goes down, and we see both players are taking a lot of hits, and I think Tyler has come out ahead once again because of those force fields. Very, very nice. Army size 112 to 94. We do see a significant difference now. A lot more roaches are being produced by IdrA at the moment, and he really needs to force field this section over here. He does force field. The roaches cannot get into battle. This is very, very nice control by Tyler. He's going to be able to pick off these roaches in the front, the roaches in the back, and are able to engage. A couple of Zealots coming in, and if he could take down this hatchery, that would probably be it. And he still have more energy to force field if he wants. He does force field more, and IdrA does. GG. Man, that was so good. I love those force fields. Hope you guys enjoy that. I'll see you guys in game number 5. If you like what you see, please subscribe and support me. That does not rhyme. Should have almost rhymed. Anyway, see you guys at the next game. Whee!